So let's wait a little bit for more people to join. I wonder if anybody can talk, because I'm not very good in a monologue. Wish Zero was here. He can talk like a beast. Do you guys hear me? Because I have no feedback at all. Nice. Suppressed? Why is nobody talking, man? So you mean you can talk? Maybe it's push to talk.
I got you, bro. Thank you very much.
Hey man, I hear you, Ender.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
was
push to
muted,
talk.
so
I think people need to push a button to talk.
Now, hi, what's up? Good morning, good evening. No, some setting was we were all suppressed.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we were suppressed. Yeah, we were suppressed.
No, it's much better now. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the AMA sometimes we join suppressed or someone have to adjust the setting and then we can talk.
Okay, because I didn't do it, so somebody did it.
Somebody did it.
Yeah, it's not a busy day. A lot. I noticed that even in the chat it's very quiet lately.
It's pretty early here, so it's 5:30 a.m. here. So
And that's in US.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's possible. But I understood that most of our peoples were in Asia.
Yeah, I know.
Should be
You
evening.
good, bro?
So why are you awake at 5 a.m.?
Um, parent business with
I
my
see.
daughter. Cool, all those things. So
So some are still suppressed. I see. Well, I guess I'm gonna start. I mean, let me introduce myself. I'm KingNectuluh. A lot of people don't know how to pronounce my name. I hear KingNectuluh a lot, but it's KingNectuluh. Um, my name is an anagram of my real name, so in case it's needed, I can prove that it's me. I have been in crypto since 2018, when basically I stepped in when the bull run of 2017 was ending. So I invested a couple of €1,000 into crypto, and soon it dropped to like a couple of hundred. So it was the worst investment ever. But I didn't give up, and I learned about it in the bear market, last bear market, and yeah, did a lot of new things like running master nodes to earn a little bit, claiming some faucets to get little bits of Bitcoin, little bits of Ethereum, and with those little bits I was always trying to trade on exchanges to make it a lot more, because my wife didn't let me invest anymore because I failed, so I just did it with free money. Basically they did that till 2020 when the bull market came back, and at that point I made like from $100 or maybe a couple of $100 from my initial investment. I built it up until I reached like a couple of thousand. And when the new bull market started, a lot of new things were introduced. Like we had the dexes like Uniswap, and then all those yield farming protocols came with like SushiSwap and all those staking websites where you could stake your tokens and you get those native tokens, and everybody was like selling them quickly to get their initial liquidity back, because everybody who put liquidity in those sites risked their impairment losses. So everybody was trying to sell the tokens as fast as they can. To be honest, it's kind of like how we're doing it now with the NFTs. Everybody's just trying to get their initial investment back and then a little bit more. And most of those projects are just crap, and it's like it's to be honest a little bit like a Ponzi. Who is the first will get some profits, and the last ones coming in are, yeah, they are carrying the bags. So in that time I traded a lot. I used Pionex trading bot to trade it for me, and also learned a lot. And late 2021 I started trading NFTs because the bull market was coming to its end, so the shit coins weren't doing that well anymore. So I was trying to look into something else. Heard a lot of about NFTs, so I bought my first NFT in August 2021. Since then I've been trading it. Yeah, so I'm quite new for NFTs. And yeah, as you guys know, we all discovered Godjira, and within Godjira I thought, I could provide some value by spreading my knowledge about DeFi in particular. So the Defi Guidance channel has been made. I don't know if you guys have looked into the channel, but I try to post educational write-ups about all kinds of things. Occasionally I put some protocols or projects in it that I am really liking and also using, and just spread the word, because for me Web3, crypto and NFT, it's my work. I have quit my job last year in May 2021, and since then I'm fully dependent on yeah, trying to get revenue from this space. So it doesn't matter if it's bull market or bear market, I need to perform, you know. And up until now it's okay. I mean, the bear market is harsh, but money is still coming in, bills are getting paid, and yeah, so I want to just spread the information that even in a bear market you don't earn those massive amounts of money, but you can still like earn some money if you manage your risk at a good level. So don't risk everything that you lose everything and get stuck again, but just try to put in some, earn some, take profits. So do you guys have any questions about DeFi Guidance, the channel? If you have some questions, you can post it in PGAMA text. Or if somebody wants to say something, that's fine too.
What's up? What's up? Is the AMA going on?
Yeah, man, the AMA is going on, Teta.
Lovely.
Who's the dolphin, man? Yeah, you're asking how long do you think this bear cycle will last? Well, usually a bear cycle lasts around 2 years because of the halving of 4 years. Usually it takes 2 years, but this is the first time that we have a macro economy where it's very bad. The situation is looking very bad in every country. We got massive inflation. We got the collapse of the banking system in China. We got the war with Russia and Ukraine. So these are things that are adding up to the previous bear market. I mean, the previous bear market, we have none of these things. So in the most positive scenario, I think it could be like beginning of 2023, but I don't think so. And the worst case scenario for me, it's like in 2024. So in this bear market, yeah, we will see a long sideways trading. We will dip a bit, we will go up a bit, but we won't get like massive pumps anymore until the next bull market is starting. How are you making money in this bear market? I'm having like revenue streams in 3 ways at the moment. Because I love NFTs, I'm still doing a lot of flipping, mostly flipping, and mostly whitelist flippings. So I'm not risking any secondary sales to try to flip those, following alpha calls. I just gather as much whitelist spots as I can, and then I watch the volume and the floor. If it's pretty certain to get some profits, I will take it. Yeah, it's quantity for me. Quantity, small profits, not taking risk to hold very long, flipping very, very fast. I must say, yeah, because I have been tracking it. For like in July, I made like, I mean, for me it's okay. For some, it could be a very, very small amount. For some, it might be big. But for me, it's like 1.2 ETH, 1.5 ETH for July and August, which is okay for in additional to other things, because that's just from the whitelist flipping, and I'm taking like no risk. But to get that, I'm doing like 50 plus projects. Yeah, it's insane. But that's one part. Other part is what I get the most from is from the last bull market. I didn't take a lot of profits. If I would have done it perfectly, I would be a millionaire. But unfortunately, I just held the bags down. But that's okay. I have some funds allocated to Freeway, which is a custodial service. It's kind of scary because it's not your not your keys, not your coins, but they just give good yield. So in combination with a friend that I know that works there, I have the confidence to place it there. Still not placing all my crypto there because, as I said, it's still scary. But if I don't do so, yeah, then I'm not gonna make it with just 1.5 ETH per month.
King,
Yeah,
can I ask you something? You saying like you're flipping fast, right? But
yeah.
how do you manage the emotional side? If, for example, you buy or you mint a project, like you sold for, I don't know, for example, 0.1, and suddenly this project going to 0.5. So how do you manage those emotional things? Because that's the thing that I'm trying to
Yeah,
deal now.
I understand you very much, man. I had like 8 white. I minted 8 catatonics, sold them for like point 0 something profits. I had like not even point 0.1 profit from all 8, but they pumped like I could have had like point 0.2 each. But what I try to do is I just forget it, you know. I mean, profit is profit, and how I do it is I keep track in an Excel sheet. So I just see it adding up little by little, and that's for me is enough. Because if I take the risk to wait, then most of my projects will go to zero. I mean, there's different strategy. I think if you do it with 10 projects and you wait, one of those 10 might do good, and then you have the same profit from the 9 that you did not take the profit from.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
for me
Yeah, the thing.
personally, I'm very motivated. Because I'm tracking it in an Excel sheet, and what I do is
Okay.
I manually put in the mint cost, the gas cost, even the approval cost. I all calculate it as cost, and then when I sell it, I will deduct it. If it's positive, I make the bar green. So it
Okay.
doesn't really
Okay.
matter if it's 0.001 or 0.5. Green is green to me, and
Okay.
I want personally, I just want to see a lot of green.
On your
Yeah,
table. Okay.
that's how I eliminate my how you say that, the emotion,
FOMO.
because I'm just collecting green bars. I can show you my screen. 1 second.
Yeah. The
I
other
can
thing
show
that I'm
you.
trying to do, man, it's like if I flip something and I have friends on the VC talking about that project, I'm trying to avoid them. I mean, I'm going out from that VC because it starts to play with my emotions, you know. So it's like, okay, I have to
Yeah,
get into the project again. So it's
but
like,
that's
no, no,
it
no,
also
I'm going
goes
out.
both ways, because I sometimes look back at projects that I sold not at the highest point, but I sold it at a good profit, and
Hmm.
then 2 days later I look it up again, and it's going down close to zero, and then I'm happy that I sold it. So
Yeah, yeah.
let me share my screen. 1 second.
There's going to be, one out of 50 projects that's going to be like goblins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Mm.
so.
And you just gotta move on.
Yeah,
You know,
and for me,
if you
it's worse to see a lot of red bars, because that gives me a feeling that I'm a bad trader,
Hmm.
to chase that 1 in 50 or 1 in 20 good project. It could be a strategy for someone else, but it's just a personal taste. Can you guys see my screen?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is like a list that I track, from August 2021. I have minted like 430 projects,
Okay, gotcha.
and the profits are sometimes very small, sometimes they are bigger, but I started to like track it in July because I needed to know how much I'm getting from all those flippings, because in the bull market I kept a lot of NFTs, so it was very hard to see how much I made, because sometimes you had a negative month, but you had a good NFT that provided you a lot of value. I mean, so that's how
Yeah,
I
I got
just eliminate the emotion. It's if I like here all these reds.
you. Okay. Sure, okay.
It was like in the beginning, like August. Yeah, this was the beginning. My first NFT I ever minted was Bored Mommy Woke Up. It gave me pretty good profits. I mean, used 0.82, and at the end, after I sold them all, I got 1.5 ETH out of it. But I lost a lot of money too, like here, zero point 0.7 on some project, here 0.2. Here I got a lucky one, earned like 7 ETH from crypto pills. But then here I lost like zero point 0.4. So I thought, nah, this is not going the right way. I'm earning money, but I'm also losing money. So at some point, especially in the bear market, I just wanted to have more green bars, and that was kind of here. It started here, where I was just focusing on flipping and not keeping any project. So that's mainly how I in August I had like 0.419. if I look at now, September, it's didn't have very good projects yet, so it's like 0.11 ETH, but I'm hoping to get some with Yin Yang and other hype ones. So that's one part, and then as I told you, from Freeway I'm getting a lot more, but at the same time I've parked a lot of crypto in there, but it's if it's compounded it gives me 43% per year, but I'm not compounding. I'm gonna I withdraw every month, so it's like 33% or something from whatever I put in there. And of course with the trading bot, but the trading bot I'm putting a very small amount in there. I got like 5k in there. In the month July I profited 500 something, and in August it was a bit less, it was like 250. But those three things together, I get like 4k 5k each month, which is enough to like pay my bills and survive the bear market without like liquidating a lot of crypto that I have, because I do count on the next bull market. How do you identify projects that will likely pump or are good trade in secondary? Yeah, as I told, I don't trade secondary. I don't like that. Even with good solid alpha calls, I just don't do it. I can't afford to lose anything because I have no day job. I have bills to pay, and I refuse to liquidate my crypto because I need it for the upcoming bull market. So I really just watch floor and volume, and if it's good I will mint. If not, if I have a bad feeling about it, I skip it. Even some will do well afterwards, and then I still just think, well, that's okay. Yeah, NFTs it's a bit different. The gains are very small now. It's not the same like say before May, but if you're consistent you can just make a good buck out of it. But I definitely cannot only depend on NFTs. Yeah, true. The free mints. I mean, I can't even get rich from the free mints, because even if I mint something like Daigaku, I will probably like sell it at 0.1 or something like that. Yeah. So I will never be able to hold it to 10 ETH or something like that. But the chances to get one of those is so rare. And it could and when I have a big reserve, I can hold things longer, you know. But if I'm like if I have a good month, I can adjust the next month and hold some NFTs, always get my initial investment back, and then I can decide to like hold it. Yeah, I get my whitelist. I've it's a lot of other projects. Yeah, for sure. Godjira alone, no. Godjira gives a good portion, but I get a lot of whitelist from nubbies, a lot of whitelist from DJ Pass, and Colorful Rebels. Yeah, those four are the main providers of the whitelist. And I think that yeah, most are yeah, I'm using 4 or 5 addresses. Sometimes I have that amount per. The projects, you mean, PTR? Yeah, and to be honest, they are all very cheap entries. Nubbies is like 0.04. The more you have, the bigger your chance. Call of Rebels is like a 333 collection, but floor price is like 0.07. Yeah. For Colorful Rebels you only need one. You don't increase chances. Degen Pass is a good one too. I think they are 0.6 or something. Yeah. They provide great value, man. For me at least. I think Degen Pass the most, then Colorful Rebels, and then Nubbies. Yeah, I'm gonna watch We Above, but I'm afraid they won't go hard because of the 0.15 mint price. So one of the other ways I make money is with the crit trading bot, and I promise to talk a bit about that. Not sure if people are interested in that. Basically it's just an exchange, just like Binance, but they have those bots within their exchange free to use, and I have been using them in the bear market in 2019 where crypto trades sideways. And yeah, it's very simple. It basically buys low and sells high for you in order to like earn USDT, or if you want to earn like BTC, then you need to choose that pair. So what are the projects? The only one I'm looking forward to is like Yin Yang. I'm very curious what it will bring me. Yeah. But even those hype projects are looking like they are slower. Yeah, I think so too. I think a lot of people will just dump it very hard. So that might be a chance to like keep it a bit longer, to like let the people dump, and then usually a good project it will pump afterwards. And if you have multiple whitelists, you could just sell one to get like the initial gas price, because it's free. You don't even have to like do much to get your initial back. Yeah, I see Jamie did an announcement. Yeah, so was talking about the DeFi Guidance channel for the people who are coming in now. There's valuable topics in there that you can search. If you look in the pinned section of an index where you can find a lot of topics like how to bridge funds from one chain to another chain, a lot of explanations for new people, and you can always go back to like watch it. And yeah, occasionally I will write stuff about projects or like Pionex, Freeway, things that I use to make money. It's not, that does not mean you have to use it. I just want to let you know that those things are here and that I'm using them to like provide my own income. Everything does have risks, but I think I have assessed them good enough to risk my crypto to use it. And today one of the things I wanted to show was the Gridbot from Pionex. for the people who are lazy like me, because I don't really like to put a lot of energy in TA. I do watch a lot of YouTube channels where they talk about TA, and to me, even from the same channels, they always say, yeah, it can go up and it can go down. If it goes here, it goes up. If it goes here, it goes down. So at the end, for me, it's 50-50. It goes down or it goes up. That's it. The probability is bigger because everybody is looking at the same patterns. Okay, but yeah. So for me, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna trade without TA. I'm not gonna try to find the perfect support or the perfect resistance to like short or long a crypto. I just think for myself, you know what? If it's a bear market, I think. So in a bear market, I think ETH. I like ETH a lot, so I trade ETH with USDT. I don't think ETH will go below 1k again. If it does, it won't last long, but that's what I believe. At the same time, I think 2000, 2500 in this whole bear market will be about the max. So normally you can wait for ETH to drop to 1000 or 1100 and you buy a lot of it, and then you wait until it goes up a lot and then you sell it. But that will take a long time, and I mean, it's hard to pinpoint the perfect timing, right? So that's when I use the Gridbot. The Gridbot basically is trading within a range that you think ETH will gonna range a long time. The longer it range in that range, it will just, every time it goes down, it will buy some ETH, and it goes up, it will sell some ETH. And you can set like, okay, I want it to buy every $10 in change or $100 or whatever amount. You cannot make it too small because then the profits will be neglectable. I mean, the bigger the intervals, the more you earn, but at the same time, the less it appears. I mean, I can show you the chart of ETH. I mean, if we take like 15 minutes, like in this case, it went up to like 60-70, but at the same time it went down to 15, and now it's almost back at 16. So if you bought ETH here and now you're here, you haven't earned anything, but you have the same amount of ETH. But if you had a bot, it would have sold here, bought here, down here, sold again here, up here, and bought some here, sold here, and then here it would be buying a lot of ETH because it's going down, 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 because it sold everything here, so it's buying back all those with the dollars that you earned up here, and then it's gonna sell it here again. So in the same time frame, from like the 6th of September till now, you would have earned, depending on your intervals, more. At least you earned more than if you had just held it. And because my expectation is that ETH will range a long time, yeah, I set up a bot and then just earn about from it. This is I got two bots running right now. As you can see, one was quite high because it pumped here. So I started one with the entry price of around 2000. But I said, you know what, I think it can go up to 2200. Selected 2200, and if it goes down to 1700, I'm fine with that too. It just buys the ETH cheaper, and now it's out of range because ETH is like 1630. So it's not, this bot is now doing nothing. It's in red because it means that if I would because it bought all the ETH the way down. As you can see here, in this bot is like 1.3 ETH and $30 left, so it cannot buy anything anymore. It just needs to wait until ETH goes back to 1710 and 1720, and then it starts to sell again. Every time it sells, it will buy back $10 under it again. So that's why I started another bot, because I don't want to watch a inactive bot, one that is overlapping the other one. So this one I started like at 1650. So this one was at 1700 stopped working. Then I waited a bit, and then I said, oh, you know what, I think I'm gonna start one at 6050, and the top will be 1800, and the the lower level is 1500. And if it goes down 1500, I will probably start another new one. Why I do this is because at the long term, I believe ETH will go back to at least 3000 or 4000. So I don't mind this. It's just that this one, the green one, is now active for 19 days. So it started like the 10th of August. I started it with 1650, which is basically the same price as now. We are now at 1630, but with $1,000 investment, it made like $64 in grid trading from all the buys and sells in between, which is like 80% ROI in a year. I mean, that's pretty good if you consider people putting tons of money in Luna for 20%. This is like just, yeah, your money on an exchange that is automatically trading. And if you can see, it just trades for you. I mean, if ETH goes to 1624, it's gonna buy me 0.021 ETH worth of that amount of ETH, and it does that continuously. When it goes down, and then when it goes up, it's gonna sell that amount of ETH again for that price. And every time it does that, it earns like 18 cents. Yeah, so for some people they think 18 cents, but I mean, it's doing this like 27 times a day. And if you're comfortable and you think I have a lot more money to like put into this, you can do like 10k. It's not about the amount, it's about the ROI. I mean, return on investment. You put $1,000 in it and you get 80% back. If it runs a year, it probably don't, but that's why I do small intervals, because if it reaches 1800, it will close. I can just set a take profit at 1801, it will close, and then I will reevaluate, because at that point this one is gonna still run. And if it, I like to start a bot when we get a big dip, because usually after big dip it will rise again, and then yeah. Export. No, but it's really simple, man. I can show you that, because if I show you my history, again, I'm like a control freak, you know. I want green. It doesn't matter for me. It's a big amount, small amount. I just don't want to see red. So in my case, I would never close this one. For you can close this one in two ways. You can close this one because you just want to close it, but you can, if you close it and you sell the ETH for this price, then I'm in a loss of $300, because a lot of those ETH I bought above 1700, so I won't sell it. I will keep the ETH and then wait for it to go around 2000 and sell it again to get a profit. But I'm not in a hurry. I don't need the ETH, so I just let it in there. so I won't close this. I only close the green ones. But if you see it like this here, you can see this one ran for like, this one ran for a very short time, like 15 hours or something like that. Let's take a longer one, like $60. This one ran for 10 days. The lower price was 1600, 1800. But it's really simple, man. You cannot copy the settings PTR, because it's all about what do you think it's gonna do in the short term. If you go like you can choose a lot of pairs, but I do love ETH, and the second pair is always the money you're earning. So if I choose like ETH, and if I create a new one, like I just put in what do I think it's the lowest in the short term it's gonna be, maybe 1500 and 1700. This is such a small range that it will either go lower, so either you make multiples of those ones, or you just think, you know what, I think 1400 and 1800. So 1400, 1800, that means a difference of 400. And how often do you want it to trade? Do you want it to trade every $100 change? If so, that means you want it to sell at 1500, 1600, 1700. Well, that means you need to have 4 grids. And every time it buys, like it's 1630 now, let's say it buys at 1600 and then it sells at 1700, then you would make like between 8% per trade. So if one grid is like worth $100, you are earning like $8 on that. But I wouldn't do $100 because it's so boring. I've done a lot of grid bots and I did $2 change which is absolutely insane because it's trading high volatility, high volume, but it earns nothing. I mean 400, so this is like every $2 you earn like 0.01%. So if every grid is like yeah, it's just not worth it. So I found the sweet spot for me is like $10, and it earns like 0.5% each. And how does it work, you know? If I put $1,000 in it and you have 40 grids, that means that every $1,000, because it needs to make 40 orders, right? So it divides it 40. So every trade is like $25 worth of ETH that it's going to buy and sell, and from that you will get like 0.5%. So it's also very fun to like play with it. Referral code. Thank you, man. Referral code. How? If you sign up with this, I think you automatically get a referral code. And maybe this is my referral code? I have no idea. I think this is the referral code. I'm not even sure what you're getting out of it. But you can easily practice with like $100. That's the good thing about those exchanges. They are not on a DEX, they are not on SushiSwap, not on Uniswap, where they want you to have, for every transaction you pay gas. It's gasless, and the fee is pretty small. It's like The KYC is very simple. They just wanted a phone number and a country. If you do it like that, that's level 1. You can withdraw $2,000 per day. If you want to withdraw more, then you need to show your passport. Yeah, only your passport and maybe a selfie, and then you can withdraw 1 million per day. But for most people, 2,000 a day should be enough. I can't even withdraw 2,000. Yeah, but I think, let me show it. Because I did everything. But if you do level 1, it just asks you for country and region. And then you should have trading limits and deposit limits. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not very different from other exchanges. These guys just need those information in case some government is going after you. So you better. Oh, another thing. This is not very good for US residents, because I heard they need to like report every trade. So imagine you have a Gridbot set up, it's making like 200 trades per day, then you need to like report that. I don't know if you do that, but I mean, if you guys have questions about it, and the Gridbot is only one of the many bots that they provide, and the one I like to use in the bear market. But if you are like, no, I don't like to do that, but I would like to catch a dip or something like that, they got this bot called like let me see, buy the dip is one, but that's not the one I would use. But trailing buy, that's a good one for buying the dip. What it basically does is like, okay, for example, you want to buy ETH and you think it's gonna go to 1200 because soon the Fed will announce something, and you think it will dump like crazy. But yeah, so you wanted to trigger at 1200, and the trading percentage is like okay, 10%, which means that at 1200 the bot activates, and it won't buy at 1200, but it will just follow it going down. So if it goes down like to 1100 and then 1000 and then 900, as soon as it goes back 10%, like 900, and it goes back to 990, it buys then. If you do 5%, then it will buy back at 955. So that's a great bot to like buy the spikes down. So every bot has a tutorial, so you can read all about it. Yeah, and I like them. They are free to use. And if you go to their site, they also have an app, very useful, because yeah, it's the same, it's synced, and also yeah, a lot of pairs they got. Some YouTubers did some advertisement for them. So yeah, it's not very famous exchange, but for me they're good enough. They are existing now for like what was it, 3 years or 4 years? 1172 days. That's like almost 4 years. Yeah, I don't really know if that's possible to like get all the trades out there. But yeah, they have so many ways to contact them. So if you need it, yeah, I don't. I just put a little bit in it and let it go. Yeah, the reverse Gridbot is fun because if you have like this, the ETH and the USD pair, what it does is it's going to like buy the ETH when it's down and it sells it to earn you a USDT. Reverse Gridbot does the reversed. So what it does is it basically sells the ETH and then it buys it back lower. So that way it will accumulate ETH. But I don't like it because I'm bullish on ETH. On the long term, I expect it to pump. So when I exit, I want to use DT. But if you do the reverse Gridbot and it goes down, you accumulate a lot of ETH. But if you don't stop it at a good point, it will go up again, and then you end up with all the USDT again. So you just need to time it better to close it. Babaji asks, if you start with 1k, how much profit can we make in 6-8 months? Well, the average ROI is like, it depends. If you have like a range where it can stay within there for 6-8 months, it can make like 60 to 80%. Well, 100 per trade is good, of course, but then it depends on your range and how many grids you need, how much you need to invest. I mean, for example, your range is like $400. Let's say the example of what I said, from 1400 to 1800. If you wanted to trade every $10, that means you need 40 times 40 trades times 100, that means you need to put in 4k. If you wanted to trade every $5, it means you need grid of 80. And if you want to trade 100 per trade, then it means you need 8,000 in that bot. So yeah, you have to play with it, man. It's very fun. In the beginning I did a lot of same bots with same range, but different intervals, same amount, and then I let them run all three of them to see which one over a period of time would earn the most. And for me, I think $10 is the sweet spot. I tried $5, I tried $2. I thought $2, okay, the earnings are smaller, but it will trigger a lot more. But at the end, it didn't earn me more. It earned me less, in fact. So, but if I do like $20, then I keep missing all those swings. Yeah. So, if we look at the chart now, because I like the 1 minute chart for this, because every time I see a straight line up, I'm happy because I know it's gonna sell a lot. I mean, in this case, from 1614, it sold like, let's say 10 here. At 20 it sold once, at 30 it sold twice, and every time it goes down it buys it back. So the bigger the volatility, the better. Yeah, it's just fun to see it accumulate. And the good thing is when you have a bot, because it's a what it does is it's trading, right? You have $1,000 in it, so every time it earns a little bit, it doesn't need more. It just needs $1,000 to buy all those trade to the downward, so you can also release profits every day if you want. In this case I already released like $58, and then you can put it into a new trade or something like that. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, it's quite easy. If you guys need help with it, I can do a screen share, explain what those things do, because it took me a while to like fully understand what everything did. But if you play with small amounts just to check it out, to see how it reacts, then yeah, you will catch up on it very quickly.
Thanks for that, man. Just whoever's interested, if you do sign up, you can get a free exclusive gift for new users. There's $1,288 for a trial fund for free, so you can.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, because it has nothing to do with the trading bot, because it has to do with this. If you look at my screen, it's something that they offer, because I had it once. Let me see. Trial funds. It's something else. History orders. Here, I used it once, so they gave me 1288, but I didn't really get that money. I needed to like invest it in some future thing, and then what I get out of it was like 64 cents, so I wouldn't like go for that.
Yeah, 64 cents. I can see that.
Yeah, and I don't really understand what it is, but it's something else. Like, as you can see, it's a whole other tab, you know. They have a lot of other things, but by Lotto I mean I don't touch all those things. I also don't like leverage trading and stuff like that. I think they offer leverage trading too, but to be honest, I won't touch that. Everything that is leverage means you're borrowing, and I don't like to borrow. Just keep it simple and use their normal bots. And every bot, I mean, I used this one once, but it just, they also do a very small description. Like in this one they say, okay, fitting market is bullish, so if it's going up in the long term, so maybe I will try it in a bullish market. But it's just like a grid bot, but then like with an infinite range, so the range is like elastic. It will go with the flow. Yeah, if that makes sense. But if you want, you can read all about it. Everything is, yeah, described very detailed. So it's pretty cool that they offer so many bots basically for free. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so I would say try it out, and if you got questions, just DM me or tag me in the chat. If needed, we can screen share. Does anyone else has other questions? It would be fun to like share your guys' profits. They do it very fun when you have like let me show you. When you have like a close trade, let me get one old one, and then you can just press a share button, and then it creates such an image like this. Oh, That's not what I wanted to show. Wait a second. Gonna use the snipping tool. Okay, it's just showing the percentage, which is not interesting. Yeah, no problem, PTR. Any questions, you can contact me anytime, man. But I just love how they yeah, have those history, and then you can track it back. And then adjust your strategy maybe. But again, it's not about the small amounts of money, it's about the annualized ROI. In this case, of course, this bot won't run 1 full year, but I mean, for that period of time that the bot has run, it earned you like an ROI of 206%, which is a lot more. Yeah, but these things from KuCoin and Bybit, those are just leverage trading. It earns you a lot more because you are leverage trading it, which is more riskier, man. I mean, with leverage trading you can lose it. Yeah, and with this bot you cannot lose it. The worst case is that you will if you're trading like ETH USDT, you not break even, but the worst case is it will go down your lower level, and it means it used all your USDT to buy all the ETH, and then you're having all the ETH. So you didn't lose anything. If it goes the way up, then it sold all your ETH, and then you ended up with all USDT. So as long as you don't sell the ETH at the low point, you won't lose money. Yeah, so there's no liquidating like in those perpetuals trading tools. I did a lot of trading with Bybit, and every time I got wrecked by short squeezes. I'm a bull, you know, so I was always like, okay, if I just have enough buffer, I can't be liquidated, but always I got liquidated. I tried multiple times after I'm saying no, I'm not gonna do it again, and then I did it again and I lost all my money again. Yeah, so from then on I said never, this time really never again. Yeah, but again, I only use this in a bear market where I'm quite certain that ETH will not pass 2,500 anytime soon. Because in a bull market you don't want to do this, because you would like to hold the ETH and sell it like at maybe 5 or 6,000. I mean, it doesn't make sense to sell it at 2,000, right? That's why I'm focusing on, okay, I'm putting 5,000 in it, and I want more USDT out of it. It's not to accumulate ETH. For that I'm flipping my NFTs whitelist. That's how I accumulate the ETH, and with this it's not enough, but yeah, I can pay my bills a little bit or buy some food with the profits. Because I also tracked this, and in July I made $500 with this grid trading. In August it was a bit less, probably less volatile, so I got like 200 bucks, but that's 500 and 200 bucks more than if you did nothing. Yeah, it is just you can't do it with money that you need, because if you put like let's say you have $1,000 saved up and that's all your money, and you set up a couple of bots, and then it goes not up but down, so it bought all the ETH, and then you need to pay bills, then you're forced to sell that ETH at the low point, which means you lost money. So you can never do these stuff with money that you need, but that's the same for flipping NFTs or whatever. It's like your savings, putting it on a bank, which gives you maybe 1% nowadays, but it's savings, so you don't need it. But yeah, then you can use it to do it like this. That's at least how I think of it. Because the other thing that I do to get passive income is using Freeway, which is paying like what does it say, 0.09% per day, and every single reward that I'm getting from that, I'm getting out every month. If I do it 3 years, then I will get my initial back. But yeah, if something happens to them, then I kind of lost. Yeah, that's a big risk that you lose everything. Like with Celsius or 3 Arrow Capital. So again, you need to like calculate your risk tolerance. Are you okay with the possibility to lose it all? If so, you can do it. And also, is it worth it? I mean, are the rewards worth it for you to risk all your money? So does anyone has additional questions? Alright, if nobody has more questions, we can wrap it up. Yeah. As always, for educational content, just occasionally look into Defi Guidance. Most of the stuff is known for the more veterans, but for new people, valuable information can be found there. And if you guys got questions for the Gridbot or other services that I use for earning money other than NFTs, then you can also contact me. And if people want, we can do this like in the future again. And I would like from the people who do use Pionex to tell me your results. And if it's not going well, I want to hear it too, because then I would like to know how that's possible. What can be done to like improve that. Alright guys, have a fun day. Let's hope we get some good mints today to earn additional money. Have a nice day guys.